Alright guys, this is a question for all you Bobcat owners. One in particular, I'm going to probably say your name wrong, but I want to say you pronounce Clee Trampler. Forgive me if I said that wrong. My buddy down in Florida, he's got a bunch of Bobcats. Got a question for you. This thing every winter, all of a sudden one day it just acts like it runs out of fuel, and it'll sit and spit and sputter like it's only hitting on one cylinder, and you fiddle fart around with it. You come back and prime the bulb, and then it seems like it starts and runs, and you go put fuel in it, then it seems like it's fine. And I always put diesel treatment or whatever in normally after this happens every year, but it happens 2-3 times a winter, and it's just a major pain in the ass. But then during the summer I never have an issue with it. It's always once it gets cold, almost like it has water in the fuel and it's freezing, or there's something in the pickup tube in the fuel tank, which I honestly don't even know where it is on this thing. I'm gonna have to investigate that, maybe change that pickup tube, try and look in the fuel tank and see if there's something in there that somehow plugs that pickup tube or what. I have no idea. But today I got halfway out to feed the cows, and this damn thing did it. And when it starts doing it, it bogs way down, and then it sits and fires, acts like it's firing on one cylinder. It'll do that for a little bit, then sometimes it dies. You can't get it to start back up. You prime the bulb, sometimes it'll go, sometimes it won't. Drain the water if there's any water, and never seen any water come out. A lot of screwing around trying to get it going. So today when I got back to the yard, I put this electric fuel pump on it just to see if maybe the fuel pump, which I believe that's a fuel pump, is going bad. Threw that in there quick, fast. It's still doing the same thing off and on. You go out and labor it a little bit and it acts like it's starving for fuel. It'll start spitting and sputtering. And then this valve right here for your return from your injectors up here, I never know if that should be open or closed. Right now I have it all the way open. It was closed. So I guess I'm just looking for ideas. It just did it again outside. I brought it back in here. I put the diesel treatment in there. Next thing I'm thinking about trying to do is unhooking this hose clamp, taking this fuel line off here and hooking it directly to this pump and bypassing this, just in case something in there is going wrong. But it seems weird to me that it would be fine all summer, and then just now it would start acting up. And it's done this 4 years in a row. Then once it goes through its little hissy fit, normally it's good the rest of the winter. Every once in a while it'll do it. But it's rather irritating. There's nothing worse than being halfway out to the cows and you don't know, you got to come back, get the gator and stuff to go work on it. And I thought maybe it had a hole in the pickup tube or something. Well, it only took 4 gallons of fuel to fill it back up, and it's still doing it, so it's obviously, I find it hard to believe it's that. But when it did happen out in the pasture, I primed that and act like it wasn't getting any fuel. That's why I put fuel in it. But now this electric fuel pump, it acts like it's always pumping fuel. I mean, it's hard to tell, but now I'm sure it's going to fire right back up. I went in the house quick and checked on the YouTuber and come back out, and then when I first fired it up, I kind of ran a little rough and smoothed out, but see, now it fired right up good. So I don't really know. Like I say, I don't know if this should be open or closed. I don't know. Every year it does this, at least a couple times a winter. I don't know. I'm just kind of asking everybody else's input on what it could be. Like I say, it does it every winter. Normally it's colder than this though when it does it. I mean, we're in the 20s right now. The snow has basically stopped. I really don't know what it is. It does it every winter. It'll do it a couple times. Like I say, normally right away it'll do it, and then it'll be you get it going, and normally it'll run good for a while, and then all of a sudden one other day it'll decide to do it. You need to fiddle fart around with it for a whole day, and then all of a sudden it'll work again. And so yeah, I'm just wondering what everybody else's idea is on it. And like I say, during the summer months, never has an issue. It's always in the winter time. So, and like I say, normally it's really cold when it does it, and it's not cold today. I mean, we're in the upper 20s. It was actually colder a couple days ago when I was out feeding, and it didn't act up then. Just decided to do it today. So anyways, just want some other opinions on it before I start tearing into this. What I'm probably going to do is try and figure out exactly how to get to that fuel tank in the pickup tube, which I'm assuming I'm going to have to flip the cab up. And if nothing else, I may change all the fuel lines on it in the pickup tube, see if somehow I can see inside the tank to make sure there's nothing maybe floating around in there that could get on that pickup tube. Yeah, and my fuel gauge works when it wants to. It doesn't always work either, so yeah, anyways, any advice would be greatly appreciated. So yeah, and if for some reason I figure something out, I will make an update video on it. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Please comment, hit the thumbs up button. Stay tuned for more. Thanks.